Hi, I'm Councilman Robert Abraham, and today I'm here with the City of Dearborn's Mayor. Welcome, Mayor Hammoud. And we're here to talk a little bit about a transformational project that's come on board in the last really 2 years of your leadership. It's been in the planning stage and now implementation phases. This Google technology project, I know everybody here is excited about what this brings and delivers, not only to the team internally within City Hall, but also to the residents.
Absolutely.
So share with us a little bit about your vision and what your expectations are from the project, and sort of on a timeline where we are and how we got here.
Absolutely. So, we had council's approval to move forward on this project in March of 23. So we're coming up on 1 year. And for us, when I first came into office working with my directors, one of the innovations that we identified immediately was our technology, the software that we use each and every single day to help the functions of our employees or of our residents, try to improve it, make sure that we become a 7-day-a-week business operation as opposed to a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So we quickly identified that we needed to update the technology that we use. And so we have this partnership in place right now with Google, and there are several work streams. And I'll walk through some of those work streams. And so, for example, we've already changed ourselves internally. We used to use Microsoft products, but now we use Google Suite. And so what that means is we can share information more easily internally. We never used to have a chat communication between employees. Now we have that. If you wanted to share a document back and forth, I'd email you a document, you'd email me back a document. Now we have the Google Drive, so we can both work out of the same document at the same time.
And I think a lot of these things that are obviously bringing, being onboarded to the city and our staff here are commonplace in other work areas.
Correct.
So this is really getting us to
21st century.
Yes, before it's over.
Absolutely. So that was the first work stream. The second work stream, we already have a pilot in place. It's our chatbot. It's on our website right now, cityofdearborn.org, which eventually the website name will change to dearborn.gov by end of year. But the chatbot right now is programmed to answer 15 questions. In the phase 2 of this chatbot, we're collecting a lot of data right now. So residents who visit our website, if it's not one of those 15 questions or one of the real quick click and answer, we're taking note of what question you're answering the chatbot so that we can answer it in the future. But plus, we're going to add some AI technology. And so what that means is I'll be able to allow the AI to download all of our code of ordinances. And so if you're somebody looking to build in the city of Dearborn, you're a homeowner, not knowing what our fence ordinance is, you can ask the chatbot, what is our fence ordinance? It'll respond to you based on understanding our code of ordinances and actually give you the link to where you can find that information on our website. And so that'll be a part of phase 2. That will roll out in full functionality at the end of this year. The third work stream, the one I think you're most excited about, our online and permitting system.
Right.
And so for most municipalities now, you can submit a permit online. In the city of Dearborn, you have to come downstairs, go to that carousel of paperwork, pull it out, fill it out, and submit it. And if you notice something, those aren't even printed documents off our computer. Those are copies of printed documents, and so it's shifted over the years of the information that you have to provide. And so for us, this is going to be a wonderful transformation because there are many permits, trade permits, that upon submission, they're almost immediately accepted and approved. Yet in our process right now, that still takes about 3-day turnaround because you submit your permit, we approve it, then we mail it back to you. And that takes several days to get back to you.
And I think these are common transactions in the global market.
Correct.
That people have an expectation, I can do this online, or
Correct.
at least I can bring it in and get an instant response.
Correct. Not everybody has the ability to take time off work Monday through Friday to come in to submit a permit. That's the beautiful part of this online permitting system, which will be fully functional this fall, but a pilot will roll out this spring with some select contractors to get them to start using our system. There's also an accountability metric to this. We've heard over my first 2 years, sometimes someone will call me and say, my contractor submitted the permit and we haven't heard anything in 4 weeks. I'll find out the contractor hadn't submitted the permit. Or I'll find out that our staff sent an email, but the person missed it. There's no way to go back and track that. The resident will now have the full control. They can see exactly where was the permit in process, was there an email communication, was there texting communication now that we can offer through this online service. You can log in and see exactly the status of your permit at any time of the day.
And I think this really confronts and addresses probably one of the most common issues we have, which is meeting the expectation.
Correct.
And not losing information in the process.
Correct.
I want to highlight one other thing because I know it's dear to you, and I know we've talked about it relative to the election, but the bilingual aspect, the Arabic language aspect. Talk a little bit about that and how Google's going to help us out.
We built something called the Translation Hub. Everybody's familiar with Google Translate, but what we did with Google is we took it a step further. Sometimes we want to translate a PDF document or an image that has text on it. Something that we've already constructed as it pertains to design, we want to retain that design and not just translate the language. Translation Hub does that for us. City Council send out a newsletter. We can upload that newsletter. When the click of one button, it'll translate the entire newsletter, maintain its construct, and give you that Arabic language. It can actually translate to hundreds of languages. Phase 2 of this is we're going to add some new capabilities for the Arabic language to get better in terms of translation. Arabic is still a very difficult language for Google to comprehend.
Right.
And so we're going to train the AI system on a better translation. But this is going to save us thousands of dollars and countless hours in time. Communications is exploring many newsletters that we submit in English. And for us, if you want to translate 25 pages in English to Arabic, that is tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
With the click of one button through this investment, we save those dollars, we save that time, and you have a beautifully functioning system working for you.
Let's talk a little bit more about the money. This is obviously a very significant project, lots of funding. Where did we get the money from?
Yeah, this was all grant funded. So we had the grant dollars from the American Rescue Plan Act, plus we had $2.5 million from the state government through a cybersecurity grant that we were able to retrieve, which allows us to do all of these pathways and work streams that we're constructing, in addition to a brand new website. That's probably the most exciting thing. As somebody who's navigating our website on a daily basis, it's very difficult. We have hundreds of pages, and we pulled the IT data, the majority of which are not even used. And so we're actually condensing it to just a little, about 200 pages account for 80% of all the transactions that are happening across our city website. So that new website will also launch in the fall, and it'll launch with dearborn.gov. A very simple address. We secured that from the federal government, and our email addresses all changed as a result.
Right, absolutely.
You wanted to email me previously, it was mayor@ci.dearborn.mi.us.
If you can remember it.
Yes. Now it's just mayor@dearborn.gov.
Right.
Like any other modern city across the country.
Well, I know this wasn't an easy project to plan, organize, finance, execute, and implement. But I think if it's worth doing, it's worth the work, and I think our residents will see the reward down the road.
And that's the hope. And our goal is we don't want to just catch up to 2023, 2024. We're trying to make the investment so that we're now ahead of the game and we never fall back. And so we're making sure that we now have in place through our budgeting process with support of council, the means necessary that we're always, every single year now making modest adjustments and investments so we never fall behind 2-3 decades, and we always stay ahead of the curve for our residents.
For this edition of Meet Your Council, I'm Councilman Robert Abraham here talking technology with Mayor Hammoud from the city of Dearborn. Thank you for your leadership.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
And we look forward to the new website and full implementation of all of these new features.
Coming fall 2024.